3 play after that win over the Vikings. El Dorado's looking to get back over the hump, 1-6 on the year. Their lone win was in the third game of the year against Trinity Catholic High School out of Hutchinson, but they're in Division 4 of the Ark Valley Chisholm Trail League and are 0-4 against tough teams like Wellington, Clearwater, and Wichita Collegiate and Rose Hill. The only
weather, call RC 241-2787.
Are you building a house?
A swimming pool?
Are your lights flickering?
Call Schmidt Electric.
That's Schmidt Electric. 620-960-6755. Schmidt Electric will take care of all your electrical needs.
Got Spock?
Your health matters, and so does being close to the care you need. McPherson Center for Health offers compassionate care right here in your community. McPherson Center for Health, caring for you close to home.
A special service for a lost loved one is the first step in healing. Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home can help you plan that special service to honor your loved one. That specialized service that calls together the hearts and the minds of all who love them. It's a gift of memories and healing, a priceless gift for peace of mind. A fitting way to say goodbye to someone so loved. Leave it to Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home.
This is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. For years, we've been known for our great service with our ag customers. But did you know we can handle your family or small business insurance needs as well? We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about what we can do for you. As an independent agency, we can shop different coverage options for you. Stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Welcome back into the Midway Motors Drive to the game. The Bullpup girls on the road to take on the Wildcats of El Dorado. A lot of history between these two schools as we now join Mark Heidebrecht here to give us that history. And, it's kind of a cliche at this point. McPherson, very dominant. It's kind of repetitive.
It's kind of an understatement, yes. Yeah. The girls' series history is 65-11, and the series started back in 1975, and the last game was played on March 1st, 2023. For a 71-12 win in sub-state play. The 76 games in this series ranks 4th out of the 105 basketball opponents since 1969, so we've played them a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They're not in Division III currently, but they were for quite a while. The home record for McPherson and El Dorado, 36-3. The away record, 29-8. Offensive averages, McPherson averages 58.2 points per game. El Dorado averages 33.9 points per game. Average winning margins, McPherson wins by 30.2 points per game, and El Dorado wins by 10.7 points per game. We have a current 37-game winning streak versus El Dorado that dates back to 1998. So
wow.
26 years. So, got to protect that.
Yep.
Highest scores in the series, McPherson scored 95 points on December 1st, 2017. At El Dorado for a 95-24 win. El Dorado's highest score in the series was 61 points on February 27, 1979, in McPherson for a 61-52 win. That was 44 years ago. Wow. How old were you then, Lane? Okay, highest winning margins in the series. McPherson won by 71 points on December 1st, 2017, in El Dorado by a score of 95-24. El Dorado won by 31 points on January 14th, 1983, in El Dorado by a score of 56-25. That was 41 years ago. Coach Clint Kinnaman's record versus El Dorado is 0-0. Longest winning streaks, McPherson playing in McPherson has a current 23-game winning streak, and McPherson playing in El Dorado has a current winning streak of 18 games that dates back to 1998. El Dorado has a 2-game winning streak playing in McPherson, and that was between the years of 1992 and 1993. And El Dorado playing in El Dorado had a 3-game winning streak that dated between 1987 and 1989. So There you go.
Very dominant. It's another one of those streaks that's alive longer than I am. So we saw that for Winfield, which that one still protected.
Yep.
We'll see if this one is as well. So again, it's just the girls' game today, but we'll have the boys' stats for you next week when McPherson is at El Dorado. Again, for the boys' matchup, because we're in between, mid-season invitationals. It's going to get very busy the next couple of weeks, as we know. But Mark, we'll see you again for the McPherson Invitational this week, and then back again next week as well, and of course the rest of the season. So, Mark, thank you for joining us.
You're
here
welcome.
Today. That's Mark Heidebrecht. We'll preview more coming up next in the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastraradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
With all the financial headlines, are you wondering if your retirement savings will last? The market's ups and downs can keep you guessing, especially if you're approaching retirement or considering it. Hi, I'm Edward Jones financial advisor Derek Bergen. If you have more questions than answers about what's next, let's work together to help ensure you're prepared for your journey. After all, retirement isn't the end of the trek, it's a new beginning. Stop by our office at 421 North Main Street, McPherson, or give us a call at 620-242-1480. Edward Jones, making sense of investing, member SIPC.
Show your bullpup pride with apparel from Art Shirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers is all about the good and creating more of it. More drive-through celebrations, more weekend traditions, more family dinners and lunches, more car picnics and road trips, more desserts, maybe more second desserts, more celebrating being together as much as we can. There's always room for more good and more Freddy's. Keep the good going with a taste that brings you back.
Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers in Hutchinson and McPherson.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to the Midway Motors Drive to the Game. The Bullpups getting ready to take on the Wildcats of El Dorado here on the road, as they will have a break after this for about a week, as they will have the Mid-America Classic next Thursday is when it will start. The bracket was released today. I did not make that public quite yet, but the bracket was released today. We will post the bracket and all the matchups tomorrow on adastraradio.com. But McPherson's first round game will be against Andover Central at 7:45 next Thursday in the Mid-America Classic, as the Bullpups are the number 7 seed in a really, really stacked field in this Mid-America Classic. So next week's going to be a lot of fun. Of course, the McPherson Invitational on the boys' side is this week starting tomorrow, where the Bullpup boys will take on Manhattan tomorrow, and then Friday and Saturday they will play as well. But back to this game, it's time to bring you the Erickson Custom Building game plan. For the Bullpups, limit the turnovers, get back in transition. Now, the thing about this El Dorado squad, they do not reflect their record whatsoever. They have a lot of great athletes on their team, just a lot of really tough competition, especially in their division. I mentioned teams like Wellington, who's going to be the team to beat in the West region this year after finishing as state runners-up, falling to Bishop Miege last year. We all know they want some revenge, and it's going to be a fun state tournament this year, given that Wellington does make it all the way through. But then they also have Clearwater, who's 4-1 in the division, Andale, who's 2-2, Wichita Collegiate, who's 2-3. Last year, El Dorado finished with 1 win. They were 1-19 and did not qualify for sub-state. Their lone win was against Wichita Collegiate a season ago. But this is still a pretty promising team. This is a team that could definitely make it on the up and up. In the the preseason write-ups by local media members, they said that El Dorado's head coach, Brett Gunderson, said that the girls grew up a lot last year and battled all season. Last year they had a lot of underclassmen, especially freshmen, but they really worked on their game a lot over the summer. So this team can run. They have a lot of great athletes, a lot of terrific softball players, including a sophomore, Cameron Parker, who was an All-League honorable mention a season ago. They have a lot of terrific athletes, so you have to get back in transition against them. And again, on the offensive end, limit the turnovers. This team can shoot well, we know that, but they just had trouble keeping the ball with turnovers so far on the season. For El Dorado, try to limit those shot opportunities if you can. Try to get into passing lanes to force some turnovers and maybe run back all the way. Try to run fast, I guess, is the best way to go at it. Run fast is not quite the most skilled way to say it, but you know what I mean. If you can get back in transition on the offensive end, then I think you have a legitimate shot if you're El Dorado. So that's the way that they can do this. That's the way that they can get a win. They only lost by 5 against Rose Hill in their last game. That was if I do the math right, that was last Thursday that they lost at home against Rose Hill. It was 39-34. So their defense can be pretty well against teams that struggle to shoot at times. Their one setback, or the one outliers, of course, Wellington, where they lost 91-15. But this team still has a lot of promise, especially moving forward, and they can definitely, if they just get all the fundamentals correct, they can definitely get a win, and a big win at that. That's the Erickson Custom Building Game Plan, brought to you by Erickson Custom BLDG. For new construction and remodeling, go online to ericksoncustomBLDG.com. We're also brought to you by Pile Law. If you've been injured at work or in a motor vehicle accident, call Pile Law 241-9000. Tom Works to get the benefits you deserve. I'd like to thank our sponsors from all year long: McPherson College Admissions, Erickson Custom Building, Midway Motors Prairieland Partners, Stamatic, American Family Insurance with Steve Jar Automotive, and McPherson College Athletics. We'll take one more time out, then we will have the starting lineups and tip-off between El Dorado and McPherson. That's coming up right after this. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
The Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Register your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card. Learn more at adastraradio.com. From Scooters Coffee in Hutchinson and McPherson, and 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
Hey there, I'm James Dunlap from Farmers Alliance. Just like a winning sports team huddles up before the big game, we know that having a solid game plan in place ahead of time is key. At Farmers Alliance, we've got your back when it comes to protecting your loved ones before the unexpected strikes. Don't wait for a crisis to hit. Chat with your friendly, independent insurance agent today, whether you need to draft a plan from scratch or level up your existing one. Our Farmers Alliance team is here to prepare you for life's curveballs. Don't hesitate. Get in touch with your Farmers Alliance agent now.
Show your bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Available at Next Tech Wireless in 4 bold colors: black, pink, teal, and ultramarine. Which iPhone 16 color will you choose? Built for Apple Intelligence with the all-new A18 chip, a new feature camera control, and a big boost in battery life. Get the new iPhone 16 on us. Next Tech Wireless. Home on the range.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to El Dorado High School as the Bullpup girls get ready to take on the Wildcats of El Dorado High School. to close off a bit of a stretch where they are looking to get a big non-divisional win. It's the same league, but a non-divisional win, of course, with El Dorado being in Division 4. But again, they get a bit of rest before the Mid-America Classic in 8 days. So it'll be a good chance for the Bullpups to get back into the win column, get themselves some momentum going into next week while they have that long rest, and also supporting the boys players this week for the McPherson Invitational. But it's still a good opportunity for the Bullpups to really right the ship here today, because we know they've struggled at times this year. They're 3-5 on the season. Their longest losing streak, though, was 3 in a row. That was early on in the season, but recently they've started to pick it up time and again. They had a 27-point victory against Winfield 8 days ago, which that one certainly helps to boost them back up into the win column at 3-5, but now in fourth place in the division at 2-2 on the year. But it's a good opportunity for both of these teams to get some bragging rights moving up into the regional standings. And in the 4A West region, McPherson currently sits in 11. If the season were to end today, their game in Substate would be at Circle for the first round, which McPherson did beat by 2 points earlier on in the season. That was back on December 20th when they did so. But they would love to host the first round of Substate if that were the chance, and you have to finish in the top 8 to do so in the region, the top 8 of 18 teams. So right now, El Dorado is in the hunt, despite being 1-6. They are currently in 14th, which means if the season were to end today, they would be at Clay Center for the first round game of Substate in the Substate tournament. But again, that's not for another month, as the girls Substate game will be March 5th. So we'll see where they will all end up when those standings come to a close, when the regular season comes to a close. And it should be a fun one here today between McPherson and El Dorado. The boys teams will meet up next Tuesday here at El Dorado, McPherson and El Dorado. So that will be fun to see, as well as we will have coverage of that game as well. Before we continue on, we also want to give a special shout out to Dusty Dynas. So we had a little bit of a discrepancy with the scheduling, with the game being moved up a day with McPherson College today, but thankfully Dusty Dynas decided to step in and is calling the McPherson College game as we speak. So we really thank him, which you can hear that on Ad Astra Sports too. You can hear the conclusion of the women's game and the entire men's game once you're done with this one here today. We are going to go ahead and take one more time out as we pause for the national anthem. We will be back in 60 seconds here at El Dorado High School. Then we will have starting lineups and tip-off. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
The second you climb onto a John Deere and sit in the yellow seat, you'll notice that the difference between the 1025R and the competition is more than paint. It feels like it was designed with a better understanding of real-world performance needs and features you'll appreciate over the long-term ownership. At Prairie Land Partners, they went head-to-head with the competition to prove it. Stop by today to see the difference for yourself.
Delivering the right solution. Prairie Land Partners.
Bring in the new year with fast fiber internet speeds from MTC. Switch to MTC today and receive free installation, symmetrical upload and download speeds, and unlimited usage. If you want secure, reliable, and fast fiber internet, call MTC. For more information or to sign up for service, stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, McPherson, or Sterling. Call 877-216-9951 or visit mtcforme.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to El Dorado High School. The starting lineups are being announced as we speak, as both teams will look to get things going and get a big-time victory here at El Dorado High School. Time now for the starting lineups, brought to you by Ag 360 Insurance. For McPherson, it will be 5'6" senior number 3, Ellie Bauer, 5'6" junior number 10, Marin Sanbo, 5'9" junior number 12, Brooke Doyle, 5'5" sophomore number 21, Riley Whitfield, and then 5'8" sophomore number 22, Piper Alvord. For the El Dorado Wildcats, they are as follows: a 5'5" junior guard number 12, Jenna Hadley, a 5'10" junior forward number 22, Addison Hull, a 5'5" sophomore guard number 24, Audrina Scott, a 5'8" junior forward, number 32, Liz Kemboy, and a 5'9" sophomore forward, number 35, Ellie Bressler. Those are the starting fives for both teams, brought to you by Act 360 Insurance. They're here to partner in your legacy. Contact agents Darren Eddy and Cody Moores in Inman. Uniforms are brought to you by McPherson Laundry. McPherson in their road reds with white lettering and numbering on the front and back, spelling McPherson above the numbers. They're also a black trim and the Bullpup logo on the right leg on the shorts. For El Dorado, they are in their home whites with a darker red lettering and numbering, spelling Wildcats in cursive above the numbers with a black trim as well. Those are brought to you by McPherson Laundry. Just like the players, McPherson Laundry can help you look like a winner. It's their job to make you look your best. So both teams giving a little pep talk to their starting five as we are just about set here at El Dorado High School. The game was originally supposed to be played yesterday but was postponed as we had sub-zero temperatures throughout most of the state yesterday. Thankfully, it's a lot better today. As I look at my phone, it's not sunny anymore, but it's 32. Went up to the 40s earlier today, so that was really, really nice to see. McPherson will go from right to left as we view the floor, El Dorado vice versa, as we are positioned high above the bleachers here at El Dorado High School. Kind of looks like a roundhouse. The bleachers don't see as so, though. Tip-off is won by McPherson, and they will start off with the ball here at El Dorado High School. Alvord with a stop and go, stops in the paint. Bounce pass near side for Bauer at the elbow. Now steps back, launches, misses from three. Ball tapped back all the way out to the perimeter near midcourt. Whitfield tracks it down. Fresh shot clock for McPherson. Again, just like every other regular season game for McPherson this year, there's the new shot clock with the shot clock trial of 35 seconds. On the far side, Whitfield bounce pass into Bauer, who missed the opening three, but now Doyle stutter steps and shuffled her feet. She's called for a travel, which will be the first turnover of the game going to the Bullpups. El Dorado students coming in at the last few moments. They have a little area behind the basket that we see to our left, and it's a front row of students, more of them coming in. Bauer pokes the ball loose, out of bounds, back to El Dorado. Wildcats looking to push up the floor against full court pressure. Because the ball was tipped, the 10-second timer to cross midcourt does reset. They play it in high. It's tipped up ahead. Doyle tries to get a fingertip on it. She cannot. El Dorado gets it back. Deep pass inside. Bressler misses the bunny. Rebounded by McPherson. Here comes Bauer on the other end, crossing midcourt, looking to go the full 84 feet. Ball tipped as she gives it up. Doyle driving in, spins. The leading scorer on the team is called for another travel in the paint. Looks like dragging her pivot foot, and immediately head coach Clint Kinnaman will bring Jensen Littlejohn to the scorer's table. So come in for Brooke Doyle after Doyle called for two travels early. Still full court pressure from McPherson defensively. Bressler looking for help, needs it as fast as she can, but she won't get it. 5-second violation called, and the Bullpups will get it right back. Just 1 minute into this game, still a scoreless tie here at El Dorado High School. Sambo on the near side, out front for Bauer on the left wing with a jab step against Hull as they swing it around. Alvord drives, gets past a defender, floats and hits, and a foul. Piper Alvord gets the and one. She'll go to the line to try to convert. Foul called on Bressler, which is her first, and the first foul called on either team today. McPherson strikes first with a layup by Alvord. Alvord's trying to get back into the scoring mark as she hits the free throw to convert the and one. She had a strong start to the year with 15 points against Dodge City, has not hit double figures since, but that's a good start for her. Deep pass on the other end on the baseline. They somehow save it, but then throwing it away out of bounds was Kemboy. All the way back the other way, McPherson will get it. 6:42 to go first quarter, 3-0 Bullpups here at El Dorado High School. Had the JV game earlier at 5 o'clock, only played 2 quarters. So some players playing in this game had some bit of playing time earlier, and now back here in varsity. Jensen Alexander near side, catch and shoot, wide open three, misses short. Long rebound will go to El Dorado. Kemboy with the board, and she'll control the point. Kemboy's a 5'8" junior who had 13 points and 7 rebounds in their loss to Rose Hill last Thursday. Deep pass tipped. It will go out of bounds near side. Was it tipped by McPherson? Yes, it was, says the near official. So it'll stay with El Dorado with the shot clock at 20. Doyle's coming back in for McPherson. We'll also see Jersey Alexander in for the first time. With Sambo and Bauer getting some rest here in the early going. Again, 20 on the shot clock when El Dorado plays it in. They need help, they get it. Played in right in front of her. Hadley with it on the near wing, out front for Kemboy. Guarded by Jensen Alexander. The two Alexanders on the court all differentiate themselves by their first name. On the drive, left-hand floater won't go. Got it back, laying it in is Hadley. Jenna Hadley, the 5'5 junior who's great on defense, had 3 steals against Rose Hill, was a second-team All-League honoree a season ago. Alvord out front, wanted to fire but does not, steps up and gives it back outside. Jersey on the drive, and she's called for a travel too. So that's 3 travel calls on McPherson, and immediately here comes back Sambo and Doyle. But Piper Alvord and Riley Whitfield will head to the bench. 5:35 to go first quarter, 3-2 McPherson. They'll play it in on the near sideline with Bressler right in front of her bench, still against some full court pressure by the Bullpups. Both Kinnemans, as we've seen, really like to go with that, especially early. Bauer poked the ball loose. El Dorado picks it up. They've got across midcourt. There was 11 seconds that they didn't whistle it, but the ball loose in the backcourt again. Doyle dives for it. El Dorado somehow keeps it, and on the drive, here comes Scott all the way. Stops, shoots, and scores. There were about 2 opportunities that maybe could have been a turnover, but none called, and now it's 4-3 El Dorado. McPherson with it, now trailing by 1. Bauer to the far side for Jersey Alexander. Bounce pass, poke loose. Jersey got it back and kicks it back outside, but then an errant pass goes out of bounds on the near side. Some miscommunication between Sambo and Jensen Alexander. Back the other way it's going to go. For the first time, we will see Madison Young check in, 5'5 freshman for El Dorado. Hull looking to inbound on the near sideline, and there's another 5-second call. Back to McPherson it goes. Still 4-3, El Dorado, 4:51 to go, first quarter. Bauer to play it in. McPherson will be in the front court when they have the full 35 on the shot clock. Swinging it around outside, Jersey Alexander fires a 3, misses short, ball tipped in the paint. Now 2 players dive for it. There'll be a head ball, and the arrow will go to El Dorado.
Ball tying up on the alternate possession. It'll be El Dorado basketball.
McPherson getting some opportunities on the offensive end. A couple of shots not falling that they were open, but good shots to put up, I definitely should say. Something worth noting. El Dorado with it again, up 4-3, 4:38 to go in the opening frame. Hadley with a deep pass. Kemboy on the run all the way home against Doyle. Layup won't go. Rebounded by Littlejohn. McPherson now looking to push. They have a 2-on-2. 2 more defenders come in, though. Bauer with a high cross-court feed. Doyle drives, baseline, tough floater, too strong. Rebound fought for in the paint again, out of bounds. Back to El Dorado. Jersey Alexander tried to dive for the loose ball, but just could not get there in time, and now Piper Alvord to come back in for Jersey. Coming back in will be Adrena Scott, but she'll come in for Kemboy for El Dorado. Wildcats still with a 1-point lead, 4:15 to go in the first quarter. Young crosses over on the far side. Bressler with it back out front. El Dorado, they're a team that can get going on offense at times, but they only average 30 points a contest. McPherson averaging 38 on the near corner. Wide open 3, misses strong. Offensive rebound. The stick back is good for Bressler, and it is a 6-3 El Dorado lead. Deep pass, Doyle, wide open corner pop. Misses off the heel. Rebound El Dorado. Here come the Wildcats. Hadley with a crossover out front as they kick it to the far corner. With the ball is Young, driving, pass out front for Hull. Ball above her head, scanning the floor, guarded by Alvord. That's 22 guarding 22. Stop and go, a beautiful pass inside. Scott lays it in. It is 8-3 El Dorado. Timeout McPherson. 3:26 to go in the first quarter, and McPherson wants to talk things over as they trail by multiple possessions. We'd like to thank our sponsors, including Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. We're brought to you by Scooters Coffee. Nominate your mom for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card and be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. I'd like to also thank our sponsors. TC Construction, Hometown Outdoor Power, Farmer State Bank, Crop Lumber, Mound Ridge Tractor, Happy Egg, Blue Stem Communities, and Hospice and Home Care of Reno County. 3:26 to go, first quarter, 8-3 El Dorado. McPherson struck first, and then an 8-0 El Dorado run since. Doyle on the near side for Alvord as they swing the ball around in the perimeter. Good ball movement by McPherson. Doyle out front, wide open, wants another three, misses short. Ball near the baseline. Sambo tips it, but right to El Dorado. Sambo trying to sneak in for a steal. She knocks it loose, but it's out of bounds and will stay with El Dorado, but good heads-up play by Marin Sambo. Shot clock will be at 30 when they play it in the front court, so still plenty of time for the Wildcats. Bressler on the far end, back out front for Young. Kick near side, Sambo almost poked it loose. Now a three, misses short. Long rebound, tipped, and they get it back. Hull, far side, finding Scott, who has 4 of the team's 8 points. Scott at the free throw line, near side. Young almost walked, but gives it up on the near side. Swinging it around in the perimeter once more is El Dorado, looking to get their second win of the season. High pass inside, floater, Bressler, no, rebounded by McPherson. That one crawled on the rim for about a couple of Mississippis. McPherson with the ball, cross-court feeds Sambo in the corner. She can hit threes, but that one's too strong. Rebound fought for, Whitfield got it back inside, into Bauer, she lays it up and in. Good pass by Whitfield to cut the deficit. It's 8-5 now. On the far end, Scott with the ball above her head. Whitfield guarding her, a throw into the backcourt. They're going to try to race it down. Can Doyle track it down? Diving for it, and she will get tied up along with Hadley. So the arrow keeps it to McPherson. As Jersey Alexander will come back in. It's one of those where maybe, you like the effort for Brooke Doyle, but if you let it go, it is a turnover either way. And now we'll have a timeout call by El Dorado. 2 minutes to go, 8-5. El Dorado leads over McPherson. It is a full timeout, so we will take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Bring in the new year with fast fiber internet speeds from MTC. Switch to MTC today and receive free installation, symmetrical upload and download speeds, and unlimited usage. If you want secure, reliable, and fast fiber internet, call MTC. For more information or to sign up for service, stop by your local MTC office in Little River, Lyons, Marquette, McPherson, or Sterling. Call 877-216-9951 or visit mtcforme.com.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to El Dorado High School. The Bullpups trailing 8-5 with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. McPherson looking to push back into this one. They led 3-0 before allowing an 8-0 run. And now just trailing by 3. El Dorado called their first timeout. They have 4 left in this contest. McPherson with 3 wins on the year, El Dorado with 1, so both of these teams need a big win. Quick, fast, and in a hurry, again, to really move themselves up and give themselves a better position in the regional standings. Still about a month to go in the season, but only a handful of games. Here's a bounce pass as McPherson has the ball. Jersey Alexander out front, Sambo. Right corner for Doyle, who lost the handle for a second but finds it again. Dishes it out. Sambo with a high pass. Skip pass. Here comes Doyle. Near corner. Wants a three. Misses wide. Rebound fought for on the deck, and Jersey Alexander gets it. Sambo out front. Lines up for a three. That one's off the mark. McPherson has not hit a deep shot yet. Now ball on the ground. 2 players fighting for it. There's a tie up, and the arrow goes back to El Dorado. McPherson has had their opportunities to hit from 3. They made 6 of them against Winfield last week. Not one yet. Audra Sambo comes in for Marin Sambo. as there was confusion. It is El Dorado ball. McPherson was ready to inbound, but it's El Dorado ball. 1:30 to go in the quarter. McPherson still in full court pressure against El Dorado. They've already forced 2 5-second violations. They won't get one here as it's played into Young, who's looking to push into the front court, crossing midcourt with ease, but lost the handle. Whitfield with the steal. Doyle on the near side, now up ahead. Sambo, bounce pass is off the leg of a Wildcat and out of bounds, back to McPherson. So McPherson will play it in on the baseline to the left of the basket. Still plenty of time on the shot clock when they do. It's at 29, but they trail 8-5. Whitfield plays it into Audra Sambo on the near side into the corner for Jersey Alexander. Whitfield back out front, back near side for Jersey to Bauer in the near corner as they go against a 2-3 zone. Sambo, high pass into Doyle, has contact, but she turns left but misses the shot, rebounded by El Dorado. Kemboy with the rebound, does a little stop and go against Bauer to get past midcourt. Now a tip pass by Jersey Alexander. Here she comes, 3-on-2 break. Alexander takes it herself, misses the layup, but a foul. And you certainly love the effort of Jersey Alexander to force the contact. And a foul called on the Wildcats. It is on Hadley, her first, and that is just the second foul called on El Dorado. Now, the second foul called in this game, because McPherson has not committed a foul so far. But Jersey Alexander at the line for 2. First free throw misses off the back rim. She has to deal with the student section, which is behind the backboard she's shooting in. And they, I believe, took some of the cheerleaders' pom-poms to try to distract Jersey Alexander. You love the school spirit, though. Second free throw, too strong again. Alexander tried to get the rebound, but could not as El Dorado turns it over. A carry called on Scott on the near side, palming the ball. And back to McPherson it'll go. The 2 clocks in this first quarter separated by 13 seconds. 48.1 to go on the game clock as McPherson trails 8-5 in the first quarter. Alexander on the near side. Doyle trying to go baseline, met up defensively. Back out front, Whitfield with an up fake. Floater from 12 feet, misses wide. Rebound by El Dorado. Alvord comes in trying to rip it away. Forces a jump ball back to McPherson. So now the shot clock will be turned off with 33.9 to go in the first quarter. Whitfield to play it into Alvord in the corner, who had the team's first 3 points on an and one. And now a dangerous pass is tipped and stolen on a breakaway. Here comes Hadley. Double team, layup won't go, but she's fouled. So Jenna Hadley will go to the line for 2 free throws. That's the first foul called on McPherson in this game. It comes with 23.5 to go in the first quarter. Whitfield called for the harm. Hadley has 2 points so far in the early going. Now a chance to get a couple more at the charity stripe. First free throw is good with a pure swish. We'll have some substitutions. Ellie Bauer and Marin Sambo do come back in for McPherson for Jersey Alexander and Audra Sambo. El Dorado as a team yesterday shot 65% at the free throw line yesterday. Last Thursday, I should say, in their loss to Rose Hill. Second one's good. She goes 2 for 2 at the stripe. 4 points for Hadley. As she'll check out, coming in for the first time will be Eleanor Lane, a 5'6" freshman forward. This is a young El Dorado lineup with no seniors. McPherson's varsity lineup does have just one senior, that being Bauer. So it's a battle between a couple of young teams. McPherson with the ball, crossing midcourt. Shot clock turned off. 12 seconds to go. They trail 10-5. Sambo scanning the floor. Bauer with a high pass. Whitfield, she wants a 3. Misses strong. 3 seconds. Alvord throws it off a Wildcat out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson, but the game clock is at 0.9, so they got to get a catch and shoot. McPherson trailing 10-5. Can they get something off at the buzzer? They play it in. Sambo for 3 at the buzzer. Misses off the side of the backboard. And that's the end of the first quarter. McPherson trailing El Dorado 10-5. Only held to 2 made shots in that first quarter. Second quarter's coming up right after this, as we'll be back in 30 seconds from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Are you in need of an engine or transmission replacement? Jar Performance Automotive in McPherson is your preferred installer for Jasper engines and transmissions. We understand that engine replacement is one of the most expensive repairs your car will ever need. However, you can take advantage of our Napa Easy Pay financing and spread your repair expenses over 12 months with no interest.
Trust Jar with your car.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
10-5, McPherson girls trail over El Dorado here on the road, looking to get into the second quarter with a much bigger tempo swing that they did in the first quarter, much bigger offensive swing as well. McPherson led 3-0 to start off the game on an and one by Piper Alvord. Then El Dorado went on an 8-0 run before it was snapped by a layup by Ellie Bauer, but El Dorado answered right back with 2 free throws towards the end of the quarter. El Dorado will have the ball to start off this second quarter, as again they go from left to right as we view the floor high above the bleachers. Kemboy with the ball on the left wing with a bounce pass far side. Scott driving in, caught up, kicks it to Bressler with a jumper from the free throw line, and she hits it. Her second bucket of the game, and it is a 12-5 El Dorado advantage. McPherson had multiple opportunities at deep shots, but just none of them fell quite yet. Some of them were really good looks, too. Bauer almost walked, high pass into the corner. Whitfield driving, bounce pass, Alvord from 12. In and out. Whitfield tried to get the rebound, but El Dorado has it. We're 30 seconds into the second quarter. It is 12-5 El Dorado. On the near side, Bressler back out front for Scott. Scott with a right-handed dribble, fires baseline, out of bounds. It will go back to McPherson. Brendan Littlejohn will now come in for McPherson for Brooke Doyle. Now, if you missed the history segment that we had earlier on, this is the 77th overall meeting. McPherson leads the series 65-11. But McPherson has won 37 in a row. They have not lost to El Dorado since 1998. That's on the line today. Sambo, far corner, fakes on a 3, gives it up. She got away with a walk because she pretty much passed it to herself. Here comes Alvord on the near side. Stepping up at the free throw line, back to Sambo. Into the far corner for Whitfield. Stepping left, Alvord has it again. She'll fire up a 3. She'll hit the 3. Finally, the first 3 goes down for McPherson. It comes from the hands of Piper Alvord. She has 6 of the team's 8 points, and it's 12-8 El Dorado. 6:35 to go in the first half. On the far side, they lost the ball, but get it back in the far corner with Kemboy. Driving out front for Bressler with an up fake against Bauer. Bressler has the size advantage, but gives it up to the near corner for Scott. Now on the near wing, Hull fires a 3, misses strong, and it will go out of bounds back to McPherson. 12-8. El Dorado leads, but now McPherson trying to find some life as Madison Young will come back in for El Dorado. 6:19 to go in the first half. Pretty tame first quarter at that. I mentioned just 3 fouls called overall. Kind of night and day from what we saw against Winfield, where, well, as I say that, there's an offensive foul called on Piper Alvord. A charge whistled by the FAR official. That's Alvord's first foul. I was going to say, there were plenty of fouls called last week. I didn't quite get the final number because there were too many to count, and I can only count to 10. But it was definitely a game that ran a little late because of the many fouls. That was just the 4th called on this game. Into the far corner, El Dorado with the ball. Young had it poked loose. They get it back, though. Here's a 3, misses short. Rebounded by McPherson on the baseline. Here comes Sambo, far side, Whitfield. Whitfield with a stop and go, dribbled it. Thought it was off her leg for a second, but they say off El Dorado. Will stay with McPherson with 16 on the shot clock. Whitfield to play it in on the baseline, has Alvord wide open. She'll fire from the wing and hit it. It's a long 2. Her foot was on the line, but Piper Alvord starting to heat up a little bit here at El Dorado. It's now a 2-point game. On the other end, a layup misses, but a blocking foul called on McPherson, which will be on Ellie Bauer. So 2 free throws coming for El Dorado now to try to boost their lead. And going to the line will be Jenna Hadley, who hit 2 free throws right before the end of the first quarter. Her first free throw is in and out, though. We'll see a near platoon swap for McPherson, as checking in will be Audra Sambo, Brooke Doyle, Jensen Alexander, and for the first time, Ellie Paulson in this game. So the only bullpup staying in is Piper Alvord. (12-10) El Dorado. Hadley looking to make it 13-10 at the stripe. She does not. It rolls off. Ball out of bounds. Whose ball? It'll go back to El Dorado. No, it goes to McPherson. A little discrepancy by the official on the near side, pointing one way, and then she said, nope, my bad, it's the other way. Those happen sometimes. We all get a little brain lapses time and again. Happens to me all the time. Alvord in the near corner for Alexander, near side. They swing it around the perimeter. Audra Sambo, high pass to the far corner for Alvord, who had it poked loose and out of bounds. It will stay with McPherson, 20 on the shot clock. McPherson can tie or take the lead right here and have their first lead since they led 3-2. 5:24 to go in the first half. Pass inside. Doyle on the run, lays it up and in. A beautiful feed into Doyle from Paulson on the baseline. And it is a tied game at 12. And we have a travel the other way. Bressler called for taking too many steps, and McPherson now the chance to take the lead. As they're on a 7-2 run to start off the quarter. 5:13 to go in the first half. 12 all tied. Number 12 taking it all the way up the floor. Lefty layup just crawls off, but she's fouled, and Brooke Doyle will go to the line to shoot two. Foul on Madison Younger first, just the first of the quarter for El Dorado, the third overall in the game. As Brooke Doyle will now shoot a pair of free throws. She had a career-high 24 points last Tuesday against Winfield. She misses the first free throw just a bit wide. But another chance for her to give the Bullpups the lead. 5:07 to go in the first half. Doyle, the 5'9" junior, misses the second free throw, in and out, rebounded, but then a foul called on McPherson. Hull got the rebound. Doyle tried to come in for a double team, but then she's called for reaching in. So Doyle's first foul called, team foul number 3 on McPherson. It's still a tie game at 12. Another substitution for El Dorado. Liz Kemboy comes back in. Right now, El Dorado only has 3 scorers. Well, so does McPherson, but all 3 of those scorers for El Dorado each have 4 points. Those being Hadley, Scott, and Bressler. Up ahead of the floor, far side is Hadley into the far corner. Young stops her dribble, guarded well by Alvord. Bounce pass, poke loose by Alexander, taken by McPherson. Alvord with a stutter step up ahead of the floor. Paulson near side for Doyle on the wing. Doyle guarded well, now will drive all the way. Layup is blocked. Doyle tries to keep it alive, out of bounds, and it will go to El Dorado. It was Kemboy and Doyle fighting over it. No jump ball called. Instead, pushed out of bounds is what they say off of Doyle. So El Dorado has it back. 4:38 to go in the half. Kemboy looking, still looking, finally fires it in, and it's stolen by Sambo, who then has it tipped and stolen by Kemboy, and a foul called on McPherson on the ensuing play. A fight for the ball by Alexander with Kemboy, and Kemboy hit the deck. No additional whistle. They called a foul on Audra Sambo, though. So that's the 4th team foul. Next one puts El Dorado in the bonus as El Dorado plays it in the backcourt against pressure. It'll be Kemboy taking the ball up with a left-handed waist-high dribble up against Alexander. Alexander tips the ball loose, it's stolen, and then a foul called afterwards on El Dorado. Foul on Kemboy. And, did we just have a technical on McPherson on Piper Alvord? She doesn't know why. Well, they said 23. 23 is not on the floor. So it's 22. It's Piper Alvord. So Alvord called for the tech. She's trying to get an explanation. There's going to be 2 technical free throws. That's Alvord's second foul on the tee. So Hadley will shoot 2 at the line. hitting the first free throw. As Bauer will have to come in for Alvord, who has those 2 fouls. I couldn't tell what happened. It was on the other end of the floor. Hadley misses the second free throw short. So it's 13-12, but should be McPherson ball because of the... Nope, they say 2 free throws in the ball for El Dorado because of the technical. So forget about the steal and the foul. The technical gives it right back to El Dorado. They lead 13-12. On the drive on the far side, Hadley picks up her dribble. Now Hull has it poked loose and a foul called on Doyle. That's her second. And 2 free throws coming now as that puts El Dorado in the bonus. So head coach Clint Kinnaman will have to head back to the bench as Jenna Hadley will come back in. And I think a warning called on the McPherson bench. Head coach Clint Kinnaman talking to an official. I don't think he was happy with the last call. Correction, it's actually Hull shooting 2. First free throw hits twice off the heel, 3 times off the heel and misses. Riley Whitfield and Marin Sambo are back in for McPherson.
Number 21, Riley Whitfield.
Doyle will have to head to the bench with those 2 fouls.
Checking in for the Wildcats, number 35, Ellie Bressler.
As Ellie Bressler will come back in. And a technical foul called on Coach Kinnaman.
We have a technical foul on the McPherson head coach.
What is happening here? So Coach Kinnaman gets a tee. 2 techs called on McPherson. And I don't understand. So now 2 technical free throws for Hull. And she'll miss the first one. Coach Kinnaman, immediately after the tee was called, asked for what? So he's talking to another official, wondering what's going on. And he's still not thrilled, and the second free throw goes in for Hull. And Hull does get one more from the personal foul. And that one is missed, so she goes 1 for 4 overall at the stripe, and now an official talks to the crowd. And now an official is talking back to Kinnaman. So now El Dorado has the ball up 14-12 with 4:15 to go in the half. So Piper Alvord and head coach Clint Kinnaman each given tees in this game, and now a travel called on El Dorado. So now McPherson will get the ball right back, and that was much to the grin of McPherson's bench. A couple of players stood up and applauded right after that play. Alexander near side for Whitfield, out front for Bauer. Sambo, far side, Audra to Marin Sambo into the far corner. Whitfield near side, Alexander now drives. Had the ball poked loose, but there will be a foul called on El Dorado on the floor. On Bressler. The official said red 35 for a second, which he meant white, but even then, there is no 35 for McPherson. So McPherson will have a fresh shot clock when they throw it in. That's the 3rd team foul. Whitfield will just throw it high to Audra Sambo to Marin, who will now control the point, as Piper Alvord will head to the scores table. Sambo out front for Whitfield, far side for Alexander. Jensen Alexander, high pass, Whitfield inside, has Sambo on the corner. She fires a 3. It misses just short, rebounded by Whitfield. Whitfield double comes, trying to give it up, finally does. Bauer out front, gets bumped, and a foul called. So that's the 4th team foul now on El Dorado. This one called on Scott, her first. And Alvord will come in for Audra Sambo. 3:20 to go in the first half. Again, a fresh shot clock. 14-12 El Dorado. McPherson with the ball. So Bauer will throw it in, and just a bounce pass to Sambo, which she'll control the point. Sambo far side for Alvord, crossing over, out front, ball tipped, she got it back. Backs down her defender, now Sambo drives, baseline, floats, and hits. Big time play from Marin Sambo to tie the game once more. It's 14-all. 3:05 to go in the half. Ball poked loose by Alvord. It's taken away by Bauer. Here comes McPherson. Whitfield, bounce pass. Alexander gives McPherson the lead. McPherson with the fast break offense. Alexander the steal. Floater misses. Offensive rebound. Whitfield can't score, but she's fouled. And now the Bullpups are feeling it offensively. Foul called on Young, her second. I wonder if maybe those two tees kind of fired up the team a little bit. 2 free throws for Riley Whitfield. First one's good. Her first point of the game, and it's a 3-point Bullpup lead. 2:48 to go in the first half. Whitfield trying to put McPherson up 4, which would be their largest lead of the game. And she does not. It just misses wide. Alvord comes in to try to poke it loose. Held ball. The arrow to McPherson. So the Bullpups get it back. 2:46 to go in the first half. It'll be Whitfield to throw it in. Fresh shot clock. Whitfield with a bounce pass inside. Alexander misses, but she's fouled. And now Alexander's turn to go to the stripe. Jensen Alexander drawing the harm. Now McPherson drawing the fouls. Kemboy now called for her second foul for El Dorado. Jensen Alexander now shooting 2. She already has 2 points. First free throw's good to give her 3 points on the game. As now for the first time we'll see Jocelyn Atkinson in for El Dorado for Kemboy. But now McPherson with her largest lead by 4 points, 18-14, 2:45 to go in the half. Alexander's second free throw, that's short, but Alvord is there for the rebound. It's poked loose, ball on the deck, everybody fighting for it, and it's a jump ball, the arrow back to El Dorado. Good effort though by both teams as El Dorado gets it back, 2:41 to go in the half, but now the Wildcats trailing 18-14. Hull will play it in on the baseline. Finally does, up ahead to Scott. It was almost poked loose. Scott picks up her dribble, fires the deep pass near side to Lane. Lane on the drive, bounce pass, poke loose by Bauer. Everybody fighting for it. Now McPherson gets the steal. Alvord up ahead for Alexander, back to Whitfield. Now Alexander, right wing, thought about a 3, instead drives, and an offensive foul called on Jensen Alexander. It's an offensive foul, so it does not warrant free throws. Coming back in will be Madison Young for El Dorado. Still 18-14. That's Alexander's first. As Hull will play it in again on the baseline. Finally throwing it in, and Sambo with the steal. Alvord drives. Defender falls down. Another offensive foul. Trying to behave myself, I really am. Piper Alvord called for her third foul now because of the charge. That's all I'm going to say about that. Jersey Alexander's going to come in. And the official on the complete other end of the court is telling Coach Kinnaman to sit down. That was the one that gave Kinnaman the tech earlier. And just a little bump foul called on Marin Sambo. What is going on here? Sambo's first foul, so now 2 free throws coming for El Dorado. Hadley will shoot 2. As El Dorado's in the bonus, 2:14 to go in the half. I think everybody here is just about at the point where they kind of want this second half to end so everybody can decompress and get things figured out for the second half. First free throw good for Hadley. She now has 6 points on the game. Second one rolls off. Offensive rebound. Lane puts it up, misses. Rebounded by Jersey Alexander. Here comes McPherson. Alexander right side to Jensen. Jensen on the drive, gets bumped. Back outside, Bauer open, tries a three, misses off the glass. Offensive rebound, Jersey Alexander had it poked out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson. 33 on the shot clock when they do. 1:57 to go in the half. Whitfield, bounce pass, Sandbo fades, shoots, but misses, and she's fouled. Foul called on Scott, her second. Marin Sambo's going to the line.
Fouls on Eldorado's number 24, Audrina Scott, second personal.
I don't know if I jinxed it or anything, mentioning how few of fouls there were in the first quarter, because now they're racking up. Albeit 2 of them are techs, but either way. His first free throw goes in for Sambo. She has 3 points on the game. Sambo looking to give McPherson a 5-point lead. She does. 2 for 2 at the stripe. It's 20-15 McPherson. 1:55 to go first half. Here comes El Dorado on the other end. Scott on the near side. High pass to Hull. Hull with a right-handed dribble. Drives. Stops. Turns. Bounce pass inside. Needing help. Hull now fires from 12. And it goes. Addison Hull, and a whistle and a timeout called by El Dorado. 20-17 in the first half. McPherson leads with 1:35 to go. 30-second timeout, so we'll just keep it here. And we'd like to thank our sponsors for helping us out all season long. First Bank Kansas, Scooters Coffee, Farm Bureau with Luke Bauer, Farmers Alliance, Headland Electric, the Bradbury Company, The Hub, MTC. Don't forget, once this second quarter is done, stay tuned for the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. We'll break down the scoring so far in this first half and some updates from around the area. I say around the area, not really a whole lot of high school going on, but we'll give you Matt College updates. Also, KU men's basketball in action as well. They're on the road against TCU. K-State men's basketball tips off at 8 o'clock tonight at Baylor. 1:34 to go in the first half. McPherson with the ball up by 3. 22-17 is the score. El Dorado and now a 1-2-1 zone. All putting their arms up high. Anytime anybody has the ball. Alexander drives, floater won't go. Rebounded, is fought for, and a foul called on McPherson on Jersey Alexander. And 2 more free throws for El Dorado.
Fouls on McPherson's number 5, Jersey Alexander, her first personal. At the free throw line.
Alexander's first, and again, El Dorado in the bonus. And Hadley to shoot 2 again. Could cut it to a 1-point game with these free throws. First one is good. 7 points for Jenna Hadley now. Liz Kemboy will now come in for El Dorado. Looking to make it a 1-point game. Free throw is good. 20-19 McPherson. 1:15 to go in the half. Far side bounce pass. Alexander kick back out. Jensen to Jersey Alexander. Now Sandbo near side for Whitfield. Whitfield looking back to Sandbo, right wing. High pass near side. Whitfield bounce pass with a double team. Jersey fake steps up, fires from 15, misses strong, rebounded by El Dorado. Double team comes. Hull picks up her dribble. Finally fires it in the backcourt to her teammate Kemboy, who has just 2 seconds across the timeline. Up ahead, Bressler, and again they don't call 10 seconds. On the drive, a foul, offensive foul called on Bressler. Bressler's 3rd foul.
Fouls on El Dorado's number 35, Ellie Bressler, 3rd personal.
20-19 McPherson, the 2 clock separated by 3.2 seconds. McPherson with the ball and a 1-point lead. Sambo steps up near side. Whitfield back to Sambo. Swing it right side. Jersey Alexander back into the perimeter. McPherson looking for an open shot. Miscommunication, out of bounds. And an El Dorado player touched it last. Out of bounds. It'll stay with McPherson. 20 on the shot clock. 22.6 on the game clock here in the first half. Whitfield will throw it into the left of the basket on the baseline. Whitfield scanning the floor. High inbound, Jensen Alexander backing down her defender, kick out, swinging the perimeter. Whitfield to Jersey Alexander, and a deep pass is tipped and out of bounds. It will stay with McPherson. Now they reset the shot clock when they should not have, as there's 12.7 seconds to go in the first half, but now the shot clock turned off.
Checking for the Bullpups, number 22.
Piper Alver to Brooke Doyle now come back in for McPherson. 10 seconds to go in the half. Sambo bounce pass to Bauer. High pass into Doyle. Layup is good. 3-point lead. El Dorado with it. Here's a full court heave. That's short. And that's the end of the first half. 22-19. McPherson leads going in to halftime. We'll have the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report coming up right after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
You're listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union Halftime Report. Great Plains Federal Credit Union, placing people before profit. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. The McPherson Bullpups play here.
Here's a bright idea. Streaming without buffering. It's not 2014. There's no reason for laggy internet and buffering shows. IdeaTech has the technology. It's fiber optic cable. IdeaTech has brought high-speed fiber to 75 communities and counting. Don't put up with outdated internet. Stream without buffering. Another bright idea from IdeaTech.
Get fast, modern IdeaTech internet at ideatech.com.
I'm Jared. Since 1948, we at Krupp Lumber in Heston have been helping customers all over the state choose the perfect lumber, right tools for the job, and provide quality products to make their homes stand the test of time. Krupp Lumber has all the best brands like Milwaukee Tools and outdoor power equipment, Marvin and Anderson windows, and R.D. Henry cabinets. Ask about our in-state delivery. Check us out at krupplumber.com. Krupp Lumber. Service is our specialty.
It's halftime. While the players are getting ready for the second half in the locker room, it's time to give you the Ad Astra Radio halftime report. Both the KU and K-State men's basketball teams are in action tonight as the Kansas Jayhawks are on the road against the TCU Horned Frogs down in Fort Worth, Texas. We'll give you score updates for that as we go along, as that one tipped off at 6 o'clock earlier this evening. The K-State men will also be in action as they are down in Waco, Texas to face the Baylor Bears. We'll also give you score updates for that as that one tips off at 8 o'clock tonight. Well, yesterday was the MLB All-Star voting, and there are 3 new names that are going to Cooperstown. Ichiro Suzuki was named into the Hall of Fame with a near unanimous vote. CC Sabathia and Billy Wagner will also head into Cooperstown, New York. Ichiro is the first player from Japan to be elected into the Hall of Fame. He spent 9 seasons in Japan before heading into the MLB in 2001, where in his first year he was named the Rookie of the Year and the MVP, while he helped the Mariners reach an MLB record of 116 wins. In his career, he had 10 All-Stars, 10 Gold Gloves, 2 batting titles, over 3,000 hits, and over 500 stolen bases. Sabathia was an ace pitcher for the New York Yankees. In his 19-year career, he finished as a 6-time All-Star and was in the top 5 of Cy Young voting 5 times, and he won the Cy Young in 2007. He helped lead the Yankees to a World Series in 2009, where he was named the ALCS MVP. Overall, in his career, he had over 3,000 strikeouts and over 3,500 innings with a 3.74 ERA. This was Billy Wagner's 10th time trying to make it into the Hall of Fame, and he was able to finally do so, getting over 75% of the votes. He is one of the best closers in MLB history. He had 422 career saves, which is the 8th most in MLB history. But the stat lines that he dominates against closers is that he threw 903 career innings with a 2.3 earned run average and nearly 1,200 strikeouts. And finally, we'll have more basketball coverage tomorrow as we continue mid-season tournament week. Starting off, the McPherson Bullpups will start start off the McPherson Invitational with their first round game against the Manhattan Indians. You can hear coverage on 98.9, 1540 KMCP starting at around 7:30 as tip-off is scheduled for around 7:45. Smoky Valley will be in action as well as part of the Sterling Invitational. Smoky Valley will face Hutch Trinity on the girls' side, which you can hear on Smoky Hills Rock 95.5 starting at 4:30 tomorrow afternoon. Smoky Valley boys will be in action at the same time as they will face Kingman High School, and that one will air on Kansas Rocks 100.3, also at 4:30. Also, Bueller High School will start off the Salina Invitational with 2 games tomorrow. The girls will have a 3 o'clock matchup against Abilene, and then the boys will play at 7:30 in the evening against the home team, Salina Central. That's your halftime report. More basketball coverage is coming up next.
Your world is changing, and so is ours. Hi, I'm Dr. Brian Kinnison with McPherson Dental Care. We are proud to announce that we are now offering the latest in technology in dentistry with Yomi Robotics to assist in placing implants. With this technology, it enables us to have better precision, smaller incisions, and helps us make implants less invasive. We are the only dental offices in the Midwest to offer Yomi Robotics. That's McPherson Dental Care, serving the communities in Inman, Bueller, Hillsboro, Lyons, and McPherson.
From spring planting to landscaping and fall cleanups to winter snow removal, LS Tractor is your warmest pack tractor for all seasons. Our universal skid steer quick attach system makes switching out attachments a breeze, and our tough heavy lifting loaders give you added strength for any job. Start with reliability and power, stay for a wide range of capabilities, attachments, and implements. Get more features for less money. Start blue, stay blue with LS Tractor. Visit Moundridge Tractor, where customer service has been our business since 1985.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back to El Dorado High School as we continue the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. The Bullpups lead El Dorado 22-19 in this girls basketball matchup here on this Wednesday evening. Again, just a girls matchup today. The boys will play next week, next Tuesday, here at El Dorado High School, because the boys have the McPherson Invitational this Thursday through Saturday. After this, the McPherson girls will have a break before the Mid-America Classic, which starts next Thursday as well. Their first game was announced. It will be against Andover Central at 7:45, the scheduled time next Thursday at the McPherson Roundhouse. But you might want to check out all 12 games that are going to be played all weekend long. Yep, that's it's a bit of a long stretch, but if you like basketball, it's a game to come to because you're going to see a lot of talent, a lot of college prospects from around the state play all in one tournament in the span of 3 days. You get to see them play 3 games, so it's a lot of fun to watch. Same goes for the McPherson Invitational this weekend. The field is elite this weekend. McPherson will go up against Manhattan, who's a 6A school. McPherson is actually the only 4A school. The rest of them are 5 and 6A. But after that, McPherson will play either Shawnee Mission East or Lawrence Free State in the second round next Friday. Back to this game, McPherson leads 22-19 at the halftime break as the Bullpups' leading scorer was Piper Alvord with 8 points, but she does have 3 fouls, including the 1 technical she racked up in the second quarter. Coach Clint Kinnaman also picked up a technical, his first here at McPherson. The leading scorer for El Dorado was Jenna Hadley. She had 8 points as well, but 4 different scores for El Dorado in this one so far, and for McPherson, 6 different scores around the lineup. So we'll see how the second half goes. Maybe it'll go a bit quicker than the second quarter went because that second quarter seemed to drag on. Many fouls called, a lot of stoppages in play with the technicals, of course, as well. So should be an interesting second half between McPherson and El Dorado. Second half starts up right after this. We're back here at El Dorado High School as we thank you for listening to the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report. For the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
More of the Great Plains Federal Credit Union halftime report is coming up after this. Next, we'll recap tonight's first half stats. Your home for the McPherson Bullpups is 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
For all your outdoor equipment needs, visit Hometown Outdoor Power with locations in McPherson, Salina, and Minneapolis. We've got the gear to keep your yard looking great. Trust Hometown Outdoor Power, your hometown partner in the outdoor power world.
When you need electrical work done right, trust Headed Electric, McPherson's local experts. From new builds to remodels and maintenances, we've got you covered. Give us a call at 620-241-3757 or visit headedelectricinc.com today.
Hungry?
Heston Bakery and Cafe welcomes you for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and everything in between. They have an assortment of sandwiches, salads, soups, baked goods, specialty coffees, and desserts. Open 7 days a week, located in Heston. It's a convenient, comfortable space to meet friends and family. Ask about the catering options, too. Find them online at HestonBakeryandCafe.com to view the menu or order online.
Are you done with punching the clock or constant work travel? Do you have 15 or more acres? Find freedom by joining America's #1 free-range egg brand, Happy Egg. Happy Egg is looking for growers to raise happy hens. Happy Egg offers startup and new flock cost support and yield-based compensation. Work from home. Work for yourself. Feed America. Visit happyeggfarms.com today for more information. Happy Egg is a proud supporter of McPherson County Athletics.
When quality of care matters, let the compassionate and professional staff at Hospice and Home Care of Reno County serve you. We are committed to the well-being of our community because we are your neighbors and friends. We provide services such as home health, hospice, private duty, palliative care, and voice care. Count on us to provide your in-home health care services. Wherever you consider home, Hospice and Home Care of Reno County, your local not-for-profit agency serving a 50-mile radius of Hutchinson. We care how you live.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Second half action about to be underway as McPherson will have their starting 5 on the floor. El Dorado will not have their starting 5. They'll have 4 of them in, but the exception of Ellie Bressler. Coming in for her will be Madison Young. Bressler has 3 fouls for El Dorado. Piper Alver does have 3 for McPherson, but Coach Clint Kinnaman trusts her in this scenario. McPherson with the ball first. Doyle drives and scores. Terrific start to this second half, and Doyle now has 6 points on the contest. McPherson now with a 5-point lead. Here's a pass that's tipped out of bounds off of Bauer. Terrific start for McPherson to start off this second half. Doing well on both ends of the ball so far. We're only 20 seconds into the second half, and it's 24-19 Bullpups. Kemboy on the near side, back to the far end. On the right wing, holding the ball is Hadley, who led the team in scoring in the first half with 8. El Dorado with the ball on the near side. Hadley again, getting the ball around Sambo as they swing it out. Working around Scott, far side. Kemboy for 3. Kemboy rather misses. Rebounded by El Dorado. May have got away with an over the back call, but the stick back won't go. Rebounded by Bauer. Here come the Bullpups. Deep pass, Alvord wide open, but passed up the 3. Sambo's open though. She'll dial up the 3. It misses short. Bauer the offensive board. Bauer inside, Doyle all the way. Layup no, but a foul, and Brooke Doyle active on the offensive end, trying to go to the line now to put 2 more on the board. Kemboy called for the foul. She's got 3 now. Team foul number 1 in the quarter. So Eleanor Lane will have to come back in at the scorer's table for the Wildcats. Doyle to shoot 2. This will be her first attempts at the stripe. She hits the first one. Correction, it's her second trip to the line. She was 0 for 2 first time up, but that time she hits her first free throw. Doyle had a career-high 24 points on Tuesday last week as an official comes in to talk things over. I'm not sure about what, but one more free throw for Doyle. 25-19. Can she make it 26-19 to put McPherson up by that many? But the free throw does not go in. Alvord had an offensive rebound, but a tie-up called, and the arrow goes to El Dorado. 1 minute into this third quarter, 25-19. McPherson leads over El Dorado against full court pressure. Deep pass on the near end. Here comes Hull across midcourt. She's called for dragging her feet. A travel back to McPherson. So McPherson with it once more. Already up by 6, their largest lead of the game, trying to tack on more. Doyle hits the deck, somehow kept her dribble while doing so. She gave it up to Whitfield, got it back, and now Alvord on the right wing fires a 3, misses short. Alvord gets the rebound, coming in to try to poke it loose is Lane, but a jump ball, the arrow keeps it with McPherson. Both teams fighting for the ball here in this early part of the third quarter, like the effort. McPherson with the ball. Whitfield will play it in. Bounce pass to Doyle. Double comes. Misses the layup. Doyle kept it alive. Whitfield with the board. Alfred thought about it. Now has to dish it out. Near side. They swing it around the perimeter. Bauer left wing out front. Whitfield driving all the way. Layup is good off the window. Riley Whitfield's first field goal of the game. She has 3 points overall, and the Bullpups lead by 8, 27-19. Doyle gets a fingertip on the ball, gets the steal. Double comes, high pass, Whitfield collects. Here comes McPherson. Alvord steps back on the left wing, and they'll slow things down to run the offense. Bauer will try a three. Misses just a touch strong. Rebounded by McPherson. They've only hit 1 3 in this game, have had many good looks, and will have a timeout called by El Dorado. 5:48 to go, third quarter, 27-19. McPherson will take a timeout with head coach Brett Gunderson, and we're back in 30 seconds here from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Girls Basketball on KMCP.
Hi, I'm Carly Sutton with First Bank Kansas. Are you ready to transform your home and life? Unlock the potential of your home with a home equity line of credit from your trusted partners at First Bank Kansas. Whether it's renovating your space, planning the vacation of a lifetime, or simply freeing up your budget, our flexible options empower you to make it happen. Your dreams, your way. Contact us today and discover the possibilities. First Bank Kansas, your key to unlocking a world of possibilities. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
27-19, McPherson leads over El Dorado here on the road, a game where McPherson trailed 10-5 at the end of one quarter. They took a 22-19 lead at halftime, though, outscoring El Dorado 17-9, and now have a 27-19 edge, starting off the third quarter with a 5-0 run. El Dorado will have it after they called their third time out of the game. They have 2 left. Hull will throw it in. As it's out front, right side now, Lane with the ball. Bryn Littlejohn came in during the timeout. She was guarding her. Stepping up, a jumper from the elbow, misses from Hadley, rebounded by Marin Sambo. Here comes McPherson the other way. Deep pass, far side, Jersey Alexander finds Littlejohn. Thought about a three, now to Jersey. She wants a three. Misses short, rebounded. Fought for Jensen Alexander with the board. The stick back won't go. Littlejohn has the ball. Ball on the deck now. Alexander dove for it. They keep the ball. What a play. Littlejohn on the near side. They swing it out front. Jersey Alexander back to Littlejohn. Had it poked loose. She got it back. And rounding out the perimeter, turning the corner. Whitfield on the left wing. Littlejohn driving baseline, caught up, bounce pass into Jersey Alexander. They kick it out, but a foul was called, which took away what was an open three by Riley Whitfield. So she smiles about it, but the foul was the right call. And a foul on Young, which is her third foul.
Correction, it is her third personal.
So El Dorado will head to the bench. Bring back in Audrina Scott. Also, Blake Jeffries is in for the first time. Blake Jeffries is a 5'3" freshman guard. McPherson to play it in, fresh 35 after the foul called. Littlejohn near side, out to Sambo, swing out left wing. Alexander gets bumped at a foul called, a blocking foul on El Dorado. That's their third team foul already in this quarter. Who's this one on? It is on Hull, which is her first. McPherson not with any team fouls in this third quarter, leading by 8 points. Bounce pass, ball fought for. Alexander tried to get it. Now a tie up in the arrow to El Dorado. McPherson looked like they had the ball for maybe one full game minute as El Dorado will throw it in on the baseline against full court pressure. High pass is tipped. They somehow keep it. Here comes Lane on the near side, stopping near midcourt. Just kept the pivot foot down, and a little bump foul called on Marin Sambo, her second. Team foul number 1 in the quarter as Piper Albert will come back in. So will Brooke Doyle for McPherson. But now the Bullpups with an 8-point advantage. Their largest lead of the game. They've not allowed El Dorado to score yet in this third quarter. Hull looking, still looking, still looking. Finally plays it in on the near side. High pass finds Hadley inside. Lefty layup misses, but a foul called. Arm contact is the call on Jersey Alexander, which is her second foul, and free throws coming now. As shooting will now be Jenna Hadley. She's made 6 free throws already, make it 7. First one goes in, she has 9 points. She's only made 1 bucket. The rest are free throws. Second one misses, rebound fought for, and McPherson gets it back. 27-20 Bullpup lead, 4:35 to go third quarter. Alvord left side, Alexander, they swing into the corner. Doyle telling her teammates to move around. Now Doyle drives, floats, and hits. Brooke Doyle now with 9 points, which leads the Bullpups now, and the Bullpups have a 9-point lead, 29-20. On the near side, Jeffries moving the ball around, stopping, picking up her dribble. Pass tip stolen by Alexander. Here comes Jensen, one-on-one with Hull. Jensen missed the layup. Ball fought for. Littlejohn tried to keep it alive, but Jersey tried to save it, but it's out of bounds. Back to El Dorado. Ellie Paulson will come back in for McPherson. She'll come in for Littlejohn, though. 4:01 to go third quarter. El Dorado to throw it in on the baseline. Hull still needs to find somebody. Paulson pokes it loose out of bounds. It'll stay with El Dorado, but good defense from Ellie Paulson. Paulson's been a good defender so far this year. Hull will throw it in again. Paulson pokes it loose, this time gets the steal. Doyle doubled, has to give it up and does. Jersey Alexander into the corner for Alvord, and lost it on the baseline, and it's out of bounds back to El Dorado. Doyle, I think, had it poked, or rather, Alvord had it poked loose, but she touched the ball last before it went out on the baseline. So Hull to play it in on the baseline again. High pass back to Hull, and she'll take the ball up the floor. Crossing midcourt on the far side across the black stripe. Now inside Hadley, floater misses, rebounded by McPherson. Hadley had it on the run, just with a cut to the basket, but could not score. Alexander gets bumped, no whistle. Here comes Jersey Alexander, stopping, tried to kick it out, and it's tipped and stolen once again. Hull on the other hand, far pass, as we also see Briley Jeffries in the game. She had the ball near side. They kick it out, high pass, intercepted by Paulson. Here comes McPherson the other way. Paulson, near side, Jensen Alexander. Swing it, Alvord, far corner to Doyle with a jab step. Doyle cross-court feed, Alexander, open for a 3, misses strong, ball rebounded by Alvord. She goes back up, misses, but a foul. Thought it was going to be poked out of bounds off of El Dorado. Alvord then swooped in to get the rebound, tried to go back up, but drew contact. She's going to the line. Foul on Hadley, her second, team foul number 4. Next one puts McPherson in the bonus for the rest of the third quarter, 2:59 to go. Alvord's first free throw is good. 9 points now for Piper, but her first point in the second half. Marin Sandbo comes back in for McPherson. Alvord with a second free throw, just crawls off, rebounded by El Dorado, but it's a 10-point Bullpup lead, 30-20. Up ahead, a swing pass into the near corner. Young drives, had it poke loose inside. Young got it back off the carom. Paulson then gets a fingertip on it, but El Dorado gets it back. High pass intended in the paint, but out of bounds. Back to McPherson, just too high, intended for Scott. Riley Whitfield comes back in, but she'll come in for Piper Alvord. She'll get her first bit of rest here in this third quarter. Liz Kemboy will also come back in for El Dorado for Audrina Scott. 2:43 to go third quarter. McPherson with the ball and a 10-point lead. 5 on the floor. Whitfield, Marin Sandbo, Doyle, Jensen Alexander, and Paulson. Far pass, Doyle back out front for Sambo, near side. They swing the rock, bounce pass. Paulson, double comes, foul called. Blocking foul on El Dorado. That's the 5th team foul. McPherson is in the bonus. 2 free throws coming for McPherson.
Fouls on El Dorado's number 35, Ellie Wrestler. That's her.
Wrestler's called for her 4th foul, but again, McPherson in the bonus, so Ellie Paulson will shoot 2 free throws. Paulson, no points for her just yet. Just had a single point against Winfield last Tuesday. First free throw's good. Paulson in her first bit of varsity action, the 5'8" junior. She's been a good playmaker, especially on the defensive end. Second free throw goes in, 2 for 2 at the stripe for Ellie Paulson. As Ellie Bauer will now come in for McPherson, but she'll come in for Brooke Doyle. 32-20 Bullpup lead, 2:32 to go, third quarter. The 12-point lead for McPherson is their largest. Kemboy will throw it in on the baseline to the right of the basket against full court pressure, able to find her teammate in the corner, that being Hadley. Just 1 point put on the board by El Dorado in this quarter. Hadley, kick out near corner, Hole tries a 3 and hits. First 3 of the game for El Dorado. And it comes from Addison Hole. McPherson with the ball now, up by 9. High pass for Whitfield. Sambo swings it left side. Bauer inside. Alexander had a poke loose. Whitfield collects, fires along 2. Pure swish. Riley Whitfield now with 5 points. 2 made buckets here in this third quarter. And a good answer for McPherson. 34-23 Bullpup lead. On the drive, a lefty layup won't go. Rebounded by McPherson. Bauer with the board. Off the miss from Hadley. Sambo near side for Whitfield. Back to Sambo on the near end. Wants to go cross court, finding Ellie Bauer. Bauer, the only senior on the varsity lineup here for McPherson. Bounce pass Paulson. Tried to give it outside, but it goes in between 2 of her teammates, and it'll go out of bounds back to El Dorado. 90 seconds left to go in this third quarter. 34-23 Bullpup lead. Aldrina Scott is back in. Hold to throw it in. Fakes 1 pass. Now finally in front of her, she gives it to Hadley. It was poked by Marin Sandbo, but Hadley got it back. Wildcats looking to get back on the board. Kemboy picks up her dribble. Jensen Alexander face guarding her. Bounce pass into the paint. They swing it back outside. 15 on the shot clock. Hadley tried to put up a jumper but misses, and a foul on McPherson. I think for arm contact on Ellie Bauer. Just Bauer's second. Team foul number 3 on the quarter. But now 2 free throws coming. Once again for Jenna Hadley. Seems like just about nearly every time when someone for El Dorado's at the line, it's Jenna Hadley. First free throw goes in after just tipping the front end of the rim and going into the bucket. Second free throw, good as well. Back to a 9-point game, 34-25, 65 seconds to go, third quarter. McPherson with the lead and the ball. Whitfield on the near side. Bounce pass. Paulson on the baseline. Back to Whitfield. Going against zone defense. Tip pass out of bounds. It will be back to El Dorado. They say it last was touched by Bauer. So El Dorado with the ball once again. Down by 9, 53.8 to go third quarter. Throwing it in on the far sideline, finally into the backcourt for Young. Young with a left-handed waist-high dribble, kick out, near side, Kemboy into the corner for Hole, who hit the first 3 of the game for El Dorado about a couple minutes ago. Young with the ball out front, stepping up at the free throw line, stops about 6 feet out, ball out of bounds off of Bauer. She tipped it out. That was intended for Hole on the near wing. It'll be played in with 18 on the shot clock for El Dorado as Brooke Doyle and Piper Alvord come back in. 36.1 to go in this third quarter. 2 clocks separated by about 18 seconds. Hole throws it into Kemboy near midcourt. Still plenty of time for the Wildcats. Kemboy crossing over, driving with the left hand against Doyle. Tough shot up, misses strong. Ball fought for, and Bauer gets bumped. A foul called, and now Ellie Bauer will go to the line because McPherson's in the bonus. Bauer staying on the baseline, but that's past the fifth foul. Foul on Kimboy, which is her fourth. Again now, Ellie Bauer to shoot 2 free throws. Her first trip to the line today. 23.5 to go third quarter. McPherson already leads by 9. Bauer with 2 points, which was off a layup in the first quarter. She now has 3 points as she hits the first free throw with a pure swish. McPherson trailed 10-5 after 1 quarter, mounted the comeback, took the lead, led by 3 at halftime. Second free throw does not go down. Doyle kept it alive, but El Dorado has it, but McPherson has a 10-point lead. Up ahead, Hadley jumper is good from about 15 feet out. Back to 8, 13 seconds left in the third quarter. Whitfield, near side for Bauer, 8 seconds, 7 seconds. Alvord, left wing, needs to do something. Sambo, back to Alvord. She's got to put one up. Fires a deep 3 at the buzzer. That's short. Tip follow will not count. And that's the end of the third quarter. It's an 8-point game, 35-27. McPherson leads through 3 quarters of play. Fourth quarter coming up right after this from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Girls Basketball on KMCP.
For over 80 years, Farm Bureau Financial Services has served the unique needs of the ag industry. We get to know you and your operation, providing coverage for your farm, ranch, machinery, crops, livestock, and so much more. Find out why we've been the #1 ag insurer for 25 years. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Call Farm Bureau agent Luke Bauer in McPherson at 620-241-0225.
#1 ag insurer across our territory. 1996 to 2021 SNL PNC Group Direct Written Premium.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
3 quarters down, 1 to go. It's an 8-point game. McPherson leads 35-27 over El Dorado. I'd like to thank our sponsors for helping us out all year long. Those include Hutchinson Community College, Alliance Agency, Apex Shears, Raleigh Insurance, Idea Tech, Pousquan, McPherson Dental Care, Schmidt Electric, Act 360 Insurance, RC Heating and Cooling, Glidden Edgar Wiggins Funeral Home, and Great Plains Federal Credit Union. This broadcast is brought to you by Next Tech Wireless. You can stream today's broadcast on your phone with the Ad Astra Radio app powered by Next Tech Wireless. Shop for the latest phones and devices at the best prices. 1 quarter to play, McPherson up by 8. Now bear in mind the average winning margin between these two teams, for McPherson I should say, is usually 30 points, but in the last 5 meetings has been 49. Bauer in the corner, fires a 3, rattles it home. Ellie Bauer puts them up by 11. 38-27, the score. McPherson leads. And a terrific start to this fourth quarter. Now Bauer got a hand on it, had a hand in her face trying to get the ball, and a foul called on El Dorado. Foul on Hull, just the first team foul of the quarter, but now Hull with 2 fouls. And McPherson with the ball, already up by 11. Sambo stops her dribble. Bauer high pass. Doyle inside. Open layup is good. Good look by Bauer. Doyle collects with the finish. And that's their largest lead of the game. 13 points, 40-27. McPherson leads. Bressler on the near side. Kick into the corner for Young. Young with a right-handed dribble. Double dribbled. She had the ball holding onto it on her hip. And then dribbled again. It's a double dribble. Back to McPherson. Audrina Scott will come back in for El Dorado. So Bullpups with the ball. 7:10 to go in the game. Up 40-27. Here's Sambo, far side. Alvord in the corner. Looking inside, finding Whitfield, back out. Left wing, no look feed. Sambo open for a 3. Misses off the heel, rebounded by McPherson. Holding the ball near midcourt, they almost walked with it. Now the ball was tipped, but they give it up far side. Here comes Hadley, tough, awkward jumper, misses. Rebounded by Whitfield off the carom. Near side, here comes Alvord. Trying to give it up baseline. Was it poked out of bounds? Yes, it was, they say. It'll stay with McPherson. 6:34 to go. Bullpups up 40-27. Doyle raced, almost went under the bleachers to have to try to track down that ball. Again, this is kind of like a roundhouse feeling, especially with the overhead area, but the stands are not that way. It's rectangular is about what the stands are, in contrast with the McPherson roundhouse. Bauer with the ball out front, near side, Sambo, back to Bauer. Playing keep away, far side, Whitfield, bounce pass into Doyle. They go against a 2-3 zone. Sambo wants to try again from deep, but misses off the heel. Rebounded by El Dorado. Sambo's getting good looks. Not a whole lot of them are falling as El Dorado turns it over on the other way. A deep pass goes out of bounds, out of the outstretched fingertips of Young. Back to McPherson as Jensen Alexander will come back in. So McPherson with it, up by 13. Outscoring El Dorado 5-0 so far in this fourth quarter. Alver drives, floats, and hits. 11 points for Piper Alver, just her second double-digit game of the year. On the other end, they want to push. They slow it down outside. Hadley for three, misses, wide left, rebounded by McPherson. But again, Alvert's first double-figure game in scoring since the first game of the year against Dodge City, where she had 15. Now she has 11 points. 42-27 McPherson lead. They have the ball, 5:35 to go. Alexander on the left wing, wide open three, misses short, ball tipped. Whitfield got it, puts one up, misses, but a foul, which is on Bressler, and that is her fifth. So Bressler will be done for the day. And coming in for her will have to be Eleanor Lane. She'll get a high five from her teammates. Whitfield will now shoot two at the free throw line after getting fouled. First free throw, hits off the back rim, no good. But they still have their largest lead of the game of 15. They could try to make it 16 with this free throw right here. Whitfield does, hitting the second free throw. 6 points for Riley as Audra Sambo and Bryn Littlejohn will come in for McPherson now that they have a 16-point lead. 5:27 to go in the ball game. So McPherson trying to get their fourth win of the year before taking a break for the Mid-America Classic. Inbound, here's a high pass. Looking to push on the other end. Stopping on a dime is Scott. Has to give it up and does. Hadley out front drives as her teammate falls down. Now has the ball, but then it's just ripped away by Audra Sambo. The El Dorado head coach screaming at an official. Why is he not getting a tech when Kinnaman got one earlier? Doyle drives, misses the layup, got it back. Has to give it up and does. Bauer fires a three and hits. Another three-pointer goes down by Ellie Bauer, her second of the quarter. And the Bullpups lead by 19. Head coach Brent Gunderston still giving the officials an earful. Tough jumper for El Dorado doesn't go. McPherson with the rebound. Deep pass near side. Sambo tried to get it to Alvert, and they will not track it down before it goes past the half-court stripe, so it's a turnover on a backcourt violation. So Liz Kemboy is going to come back in for El Dorado, and Marin Sambo's back in for McPherson for Piper Alvert. El Dorado with the ball in the backcourt, 4.5 minutes to go, down by 19. Kemboy near side, driving on Bauer, double comes, foul called on the drive. On Bauer, her third, but again, it's on the drive, no free throws. Are they giving her free throws? Yes, they are. Boy, I thought she was driving. I didn't think she was shooting. So now Kemboy shooting two. They're not in the bonus. That's just the first foul on McPherson this quarter. First free throw misses wide right. One more free throw coming for Kemboy now. Second one is good. Kemboy has her first point of the game. And a timeout called by El Dorado. It's a full timeout. We'll take one with them. 4:26 to go, 46-28. McPherson leads over the El Dorado Wildcats. We're back in 30 seconds from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Girls Basketball on KMCP.
Are you tired of your dusty or muddy driveway? APAC Kansas Shears Division is here to help. This is Derek Fees. Call us and ask us about our asphalt millings. If you are a do-it-yourselfer, arrange for pickup or delivery at your convenience. Call APAC today at 620-662-2112.
I'm Gavin Powell, MHS class of 23, and now a McPherson College Bulldog. At MC, I have a team that's helping me pursue my dream job, turning my love of cars and history into a career at a museum or private collection. That's why I graduated from a bullpup to a bulldog. Build your team at McPherson.edu.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
46-28, McPherson girls lead over El Dorado here in the fourth quarter as the Wildcats of El Dorado call their fourth timeout. They have one left. McPherson still with 4 timeouts, but the Bullpups lead by 18 points here in the late part of the game, 4:26 to be exact. I'd like to thank our sponsor, Scooters Coffee. You can nominate your mom to win for a chance to win a Scooters Coffee gift card and be named the Scooters Coffee Mom of the Game. Sign up on the free Ad Astra Radio app. Scooters Coffee, be amazing. Don't forget, after the game, we're going to have the Happy Ed Co. Excellent Play of the Game and the People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. Two-on-two zone by El Dorado with everybody putting their arms up when somebody has the ball. Here's a no-look pass. Little John on the near side off the feed from Bauer. They swing it to the perimeter. Bauer left wing, bounce pass to Doyle. Thought about shooting a long two, instead drives baseline, puts one up, misses off the glass. Rebound fought for. Sambo had it, got poked loose, out of bounds, and it will go back to El Dorado. 4:03 to go. Bullpups with an 18-point advantage. They trailed by 5 at the end of the first quarter, led by 3 at halftime. But in this quarter, they're outscoring El Dorado 11-1. Kemboy gets a screen on the near side, back out front, hole with the ball for El Dorado. Stops on the right wing, handoff. Hadley driving, just a shove, a shot put kind of shot, misses strong, but a foul on Ellie Bauer. Now she's got 4 fouls. Just the second on McPherson this quarter, but now 2 free throws for Jenna Hadley. 13 points for Hadley, but 9 of those are at the line. She hits another free throw. So free throw totals definitely improving for Hadley here in this one, who was second team all-league a season ago. She missed the second free throw, though, rebounded by Marin Sambo. Here comes McPherson. Deep pass left wing. Bauer, who's already hit 2 threes in this quarter. She gets it back on the left wing after giving it up, but zone defense. Now Little John bounce pass. Doyle, open layup, missed it, got it back. Has to dish it out and does. Bauer now drives, bounce pass into Doyle again. This time she'll convert. 13 points for the junior, Brooke Doyle. Fresh off of having 24 a week ago, and a push-off called on Jenna Hadley. Offensive foul, back to McPherson. So now the Bullpups with 3:13 to go have a 19-point lead, 48-29. Jensen Alexander is in for Audra Sambo for McPherson. Also, Jocelyn Atkinson is back in for El Dorado. McPherson with the ball. Little John near side, bounce pass to Sambo. Bauer into Doyle, gives it up on the near wing. Little John long 2, in and out, offensive rebound. Doyle, the stick back is good. But man, that shot by Little John was halfway down, bounced twice in the rim, and then just popped out. But the Bullpups now have a 21-point lead, 50-29 the score. 2:40 to go. Turning the corner is Scott. Now stops on a dime out front. Ball loose on the far side. Kemboy picks it up, and a bump foul called on McPherson. Think it's on Marin Sambo. Let's double check. Yep, it is. Which is her third, but team foul number 3 in the quarter. No free throws. Both teams with 3 fouls in this quarter. Hole to throw it in. Far sideline. Finally does for Kemboy. Hull has it again on the far wing. Kemboy steps up with a left-handed waist-high dribble. Ball poke loose on the near side. El Dorado still has it. High pass to Hadley. Stepping back, tough shot up, too strong, rebounded by Doyle. Here comes McPherson. They have Bauer on the other end. Deep pass is too far. She tried to save it. I thought she did for a second, but the FAR official said that she had a foot on the baseline. Out of bounds back to El Dorado. But still a 50-29 Bullpup lead with 2:10 to go in the ball game. McPherson 2 minutes 10 seconds away from going 4-5 on the year, getting a much-needed win, and would actually get their first win streak of the season of 2 wins in a row. On the far side, Hull fires a 3, misses short, rebounded by Littlejohn. McPherson with the ball, under 2 minutes to play. Deep pass, Doyle on the left elbow, drives, Euro step, lefty layup just crawls off, ball out of bounds, will go back to El Dorado. But McPherson will head to the bench, and they'll call a timeout actually. But they'll have 4 come in during that timeout before we start play up once again. 1:46 to go. It's 50-29 McPherson as Coach Kinnaman calls his second timeout of the game, and it'll be a full timeout, so we'll take one with them. We're back in 30 seconds from El Dorado High School. From the Midway Motors broadcast booth, you're listening to Bullpup Basketball on KMCP.
Hello, I'm Gloria Schrader, a proud McPherson parent and grandparent who believes that teamwork is key to reaching our goals. Working in the claims department at Farmers Alliance, I love seeing our company unite to support our policyholders through tough times. Being a part of a team that helps people rebuild their lives is as awesome as a victory in the big game. At Farmers Alliance, we're excited to be part of this amazing community and thrilled to cheer on all our local teams to success.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
50-29, McPherson leads. It is their largest lead of the game with about a minute and a half remaining. I say about. We don't have the exact number, and I don't quite remember it because during timeouts, it's a lot like what we see from Circle High School. They count down the timeout clock on the scoreboard. So there's 1:46 to go. So that basically overwrites the time that's left on the actual scoreboard, the actual game clock, and then it resets back to the game clock once the timeout is done. El Dorado with the ball as they play it in. 50-29 McPherson in the last couple of minutes of this contest. Young drives, kick out on the near side for Atkinson. As McPherson heads to the bench, we'll let you know who, but one of those people that just checked in is called for a foul, that being Amory Lowry, getting her first foul call of the game. Audra Sambo just now checks in for Jensen Alexander, but the other 3 on the court are Carly Cooper, Ellie Paulson, and Jersey Alexander. Alexander pokes the ball loose, saves it, but right to hole for El Dorado. Alexander then comes in, tries to fight the ball away, is called for a tie-up. The arrow keeps it with El Dorado, but great defensive effort by Jersey Alexander. El Dorado to throw it in on the baseline. Hole looking, deflected away by Alexander again. They get it back, though, on the near side. Tough shot up, along 2. May have been blocked as it misses short. Rebounded by Audra Sambo. Here comes McPherson. Sambo stops on a dime, far wing. Lowry out front, back to Sambo. Bounce past Cooper. Back to Sambo on the far corner. As they swing it around, Jersey Alexander fires a 3. It's good! Jersey Alexander, her first bucket of the game comes from a 3-point bomb. 1 minute to go, 53-29 McPherson. Out front with it now is Lane. Back right side for Young. Stepping up, long 2, misses wide. Rebounded by McPherson. 2 clock separated by 15 seconds. As Cooper gives it near side, Sambo rifles a pass to Paulson on the baseline. Cooper inside, double comes on the zone defense. Back to Paulson on a bounce pass. Paulson now drives, tough floater, misses strong. Paulson got it back. Kick out, Cooper from the elbow, misses short. Rebound, Jersey Alexander. Shot clock is turned off, but a fight for the ball. Possession arrow keeps it with McPherson. Bryn Littlejohn will come in. 25 seconds to go. Shot clock turned off. Don't know if they'll go for another offensive possession or just run the clock out. It may sort of depend on what El Dorado does defensively, if they pressure or not. Inside Cooper, bounce pass intended for Paulson is poked loose on the deck. 2 players fighting for the ball. Now it's loose. El Dorado has it as it was pushed up ahead near side for Atkinson. Stops and throws it away. 15 seconds left. Here's a deep pass. Lowry driving all the way. Layup is good. Lowry's first varsity points of the year. 5 seconds to go in the game. 2 seconds, 1 second, shot up at the buzzer, misses, and that's the end of the game. McPherson, after getting punched in the mouth early, responds with a bullpup blowout. Final score, McPherson 55, El Dorado 29. McPherson outscored El Dorado in that fourth quarter 20-2. We'll have the Bullpup Locker Room Show coming up right after this from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Girls Basketball on KMCP.
Coverage of Bullpup basketball continues next with the Bullpup Locker Room Show. Stay tuned as we name tonight's play and player of the game. The McPherson Bullpups play on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Let the party begin where the pizza never ends. Come fuel up, raise up a cup, gather up your grub at the Hub.
Hey, it's Sammy, inviting y'all to join us in Mound Ridge. We have the station, coffee and bakery for all your ice cream, lotus, and coffee fixes. Enjoy one of our world-famous brick oven pizzas while sharing an appetizer. We are your one-stop shop for your friends and family to gather. Get your grub at the Hub.
Hi, this is Lucas Raleigh with Raleigh Insurance. With a family myself, I know how important managing expenses are. If you are thinking about shopping your family's insurance, let us do the shopping for you with our newly expanded markets and carriers. As an independent agency, we've been saving families across Kansas for the past 50 years. Check out RaleighInsurance.biz, see me in Little River, or stop by Raleigh Insurance in Inman or Lyons today.
Since 1965, your choice for home, auto, farm, and commercial insurance. Raleigh Insurance.
Controlling your own weather can be easier than controlling anything else these days. This is Julie with RC Heating and Cooling. With a well-working cooling and heating system, you can be in control of your indoor weather at home. With so many things out of our hands, it's a good feeling to have a bit of stability. Call RC for a free estimate on new cooling and heating equipment. Call RC when your unit isn't up to par. Call RC to stay comfortable in any weather. Call RC 241-2787.
Hi, I'm Andrew Ealing. I'm excited to tell you about the Poo Squad of Hutchinson. Are you tired of the unpleasant task of picking up dog poop? I can help. We offer a one-time or weekly service for your convenience. Our pricing is affordable and varies based on the number of dogs. For one dog per week, it's only $12 or $52 a month. You can easily book online at hutch.thepoosquad.com or call or text at 620-322-0522. We take a lot of crap from our customers. Contact the Poo Squad of Hutchinson today.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome into the Bullpup Locker Room Show as McPherson defeats El Dorado 55-29 on the road to get a big-time victory, one where they trailed early and then were able to pull things out and get things going in the latter part of the second quarter and into the second half. Head coach Clint Kinnaman now joins us on the headset now. Coach, as long as we forget about that first half of the second quarter, because that was something, how would you describe this game?
It was something.
Yeah.
You're right. Very, very interesting how this game flowed. It was most interesting one I've been part of for a long time, I'll just say that.
Mm-hmm.
I thought our girls did a really good job keeping their composure and playing through a lot of stuff. We played tough. I thought our technique on a lot of stuff was really good. I mean, we had some tremendous box outs. We'd go pursue the ball. Thought we did a really good job of that. One thing we need to do a better job of is we're getting up some straight line drives. And sometimes our help was there, sometimes it wasn't, but it's something that we'll get better at. We picked up some fouls, so our full court, they were a little bit tentative because they didn't want to put them on the line. But, when we have the depth that we have right now, we got a lot of them that are kind of similar. We're able to play a lot of bodies and keep people fresh, which is only going to help us. It was really good to see the ball going a whole little bit, because some of them were struggling a little bit mentally with some stuff. Piper was in a really big slump, and tonight I think she kind of got out of it. So it was good to see that. Ellie made some shots. Brooke hit some shots. So, we kind of got turned around after the first, 4 or 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, what did you say to your team after turning that around? Because you did mention your team had some open looks. They just didn't go into the bucket. So how did they respond, even with just the little things, after getting down early and then pushing their way back up to, going – you were only up by 8 at the end of 3, and you won by 26.
Yeah, part of it, we were pretty stagnant with the ball. It was kind of sticking. We'd catch and hold instead of quick movement. The second half, we got it moving a little bit quicker. We got inside touches, which we needed to, and that led to wide open shots. But, you got to get the ball inside some, whether or not it's scored or not. It doesn't always have to be, but you have to get a paint touch, then you may have open threes.
Absolutely. Well, now you get some time off before the Mid-America Classic next week, which is going to be a very tough field. You have Andover Central in the first game. And then just very, very tough teams, all around the state. College prospects that we're definitely going to see out of the 8 teams that we have down in McPherson next week. So, what will you guys prepare for as you have these next 8 days to recover and prepare?
Well, one thing you have to do with tournaments is when it's a back-to-back-to-back, you've got to work on things that you may see down the road in the tournament. So, our scouts are going to be critical as to what we need to be touching on going into the tournament. So, this is where the coaches work really hard. We get a lot out of our players in practice. Now it's our turn to, be busting our tails. So we'll hit those scouts hard, get us as prepared as what we can.
Sounds good. Well, Coach, enjoy the time off that you have. Of course, getting back into action and getting all the preparation done and everything for next week. But we'll see you again next Thursday. Congrats
Lane,
on the
I
win.
will tell you one thing. Our girls were darn excited to have a game because we've been off since Winfield. So it's been over 2 weeks since we played.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Thought we'd be a little rusty, and we were.
Yep. Well, Coach, thank you for taking the time.
All right, thanks.
That's head coach Clint Kinnaman joining us on the headset here today. Let's go through the point totals before we take another time out. The leading scorer for McPherson was Brooke Doyle. She finished with 15 points on the game. Piper Alvord, you heard Coach Kinnaman talk about, she kind of had a slump. I kind of hinted at that a little bit. Finally got out of it, finished with 11 points in the game. Ellie Bauer had 9, including a pair of triples in the fourth quarter. Then 6 points for Riley Whitfield, 4 for Marin Sambo, 3 for Jensen Alexander, and then 3 also by Jersey Alexander, and then 2 on the board for Ellie Paulson, and the last bucket with the last few seconds by Amory Lowry. So those are the scoring totals for McPherson, who again trailed 10-5 at the end of 1, led only by 3 at the end of the first half, 22-19. But then in the second half, outscored El Dorado 33-10, which was the difference maker to finish off the game for McPherson, send them to 4-5 on the year. El Dorado falls to 1-7. We'll be back after this for the Happy Egg Co. Excellent Play of the Game and the People's Bank and Trust Player of the Game. That's after this break from the Midway Motors broadcast booth. You're listening to Bullpup Girls Basketball on KMCP.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. Find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at adastroradio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Discover everything Great Plains Federal Credit Union has to offer. From savings and checking accounts to retirement planning and loan services, we want to be your full-service financial partner. We will greet you with a warm smile and a helpful attitude. And when you're on the go, you can always take advantage of our online services and mobile app. As a member, you will be a co-owner in our credit union just like us, so you know we will always have your best interest at heart. Great Plains Federal Credit Union with locations in Salina, Abilene, McPherson, and Hillsboro. Member NCUA.
Hey folks, this is Darren Eddy with Ag 360 Insurance in Inman. Farmers, would you like to have your farm and personal insurance handled all by the one agency? At Ag 360 Insurance, we can handle it all with one agent. We would love an opportunity to sit down and visit with you about your insurance needs. Feel free to stop by our office on Old K61 in Inman or give Cody Moores or myself a call today at 620-585-2128 or check us out online at ag360insurance.com.
Show your Bullpup pride with apparel from Artshirt, Gear for Sport at 211 North Main, downtown McPherson. We offer a wide variety of apparel for everyone in the family, offering sizes from newborn all the way to 4X. We wish all the student athletes a safe and successful season. Go Bullpups!
Some people think the daily moves of the market make stress inevitable when it comes to investing. Hi, I'm Brad Seibel, your local Edward Jones financial advisor. One stress reducer is to have a plan and stick with it during the market's ups and downs. Here's another. Periodically rebalance your investments to align with your needs and risk comfort, and have a good financial advisor to sit down and talk to. Contact me at 620-241-6033. Keeping your investments under control can help keep your emotions in check. Edward Jones, Making Sense of Investing, member SIPC.
98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
Welcome back for the final time today here at El Dorado High School, where the Bullpup girls pull off a 55-29 victory over the Wildcats of El Dorado here on the road. A game where they trailed after the end of one, kept it close with El Dorado, and then really pushed it forward into the fourth quarter, into the end of the game. I'd like to thank our sponsors for helping us out all season long. McPherson Dental Care, providing healthy smiles with a gentle touch. They do sponsor our scoreboard updates. The one we'll give for the KU game is that they are up 65-57 over TCU. They actually trailed by quite a bit early, but they're at the about 4-minute mark of the second half. If you're keeping track of that, again, K-State tips off in about 13 minutes on the road in Waco, Texas, against the Baylor Bears. So that one is one that is going to happen as well. The McPherson College women fell to Sterling 99-51. That was a blowout victory for Sterling College. You can catch the men's game with Dusty Ninus on Ad Astra Radio Sports 2 on our website at adastradio.com and the Ad Astra Radio mobile app. But you can also check it out with the video live stream on kcacnetwork.com/McPherson. But special thanks to Dusty Ninus for filling in today. This was unprecedented because it was supposed to be the girls' game happening yesterday, and then I would call Mac College today, and then the McPherson Invitational this week. But with the game getting postponed to today, had to take care of getting McPherson High School done, and then Dusty was able to fill in for McPherson College. So special thanks to Dusty for helping us out here today. I'd like to also thank our sponsors, those being Edward Jones McPherson, Art Shirt Gear for Sport, McPherson Center for Health, Freddy's Frozen Custard, Next Tech Wireless, and McPherson High School Booster Club. Time now for the Happy Egg Co. excellent play of the game. And I mentioned, McPherson only led by 8 at the end of 3 quarters and got a boost into the fourth quarter. Well, that started with back-to-back threes by Ellie Bauer, so that one's going to be our plays of the game, multiple. So Ellie Bauer definitely helped give McPherson a spark to win the game by 26 after only leading by 8 at the end of 3 quarters. So those are the Happy Egg Co. excellent plays of the game. Visit happyeggfarms.com to learn how you can help feed America. And it was kind of a toss-up for who was going to be the People's Bank and Trust player of the game. Piper Alvord got out of a slump, had a really good game. You could kind of give it to Jersey Alexander and Ellie Paulson for doing the little things, getting into passing lanes and everything, doing terrific defensively. I'm going to give it to Brooke Doyle again, though. I don't have the rebound totals, but she was probably darn near a double-double if she did not have one. But she finished with a team-high 15 points, following up a 24-point performance she had 8 days ago. And then 8 days from now, she's going to try to follow it up with another big performance again. So she once again will be the People's Bank and Trust player of the game. People's Bank and Trust since 1898, community banking at its best. That's going to do it for us here at El Dorado High School. The boys will be here at El Dorado next Tuesday, but first things first, they have the McPherson Invitational starting tomorrow. They will be against Manhattan, as McPherson has the number 1 seed. Then they will play either Shawnee Mission East or Lawrence Free State in the second round on Friday, and then the final games will be on Saturday. That is a 3-day event going on at McPherson High School at the Roundhouse. It's a fun one with a big field, big-time field from around the state, so you'll definitely want to come to that. The McPherson girls will be back in action next Thursday for the Mid-America Classic. They are in as the 7 seed, is what I believe I saw. I'll have to double-check that, but they're in as the 7 seed. But they'll go up against a tough field, as Andover Central will be the first team that they play. So that will be next Thursday at the Roundhouse at 7:45. But until then, for Kelly Bruce running the studio, for our live stream coordinator, Peyton Huffman, this is Lane Gillespie saying thank you for tuning in here on this Wednesday evening. We hope you have a great rest of your evening. We'll see you this weekend and into the next and all season long as we have Bullpup basketball coverage for you right here on 98.9 and 1540 KMCP.
At Midway Motors, we are here for you for every mile of life. Whether you're shopping for a new or used vehicle or selling one, Midway Motors will buy your vehicle even if you're not in the market to buy one of ours. Just stop by one of our 5 locations and one of our appraisers will evaluate your vehicle and you can leave with a check the same day. It's fast and easy. Visit MidwayMotors.com for more information. Midway Motors, for every mile of life.
Your home for McPherson Bullpup Basketball. 98.9 and 1540 KMCP. For more Bullpup coverage, find exclusive stories and streaming audio online at AdAstraRadio.com or download the Ad Astra Radio app. This has been a presentation